Hi gang, welcome to the 14th Climate Change Rally in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It is March 29th. It is raining on us and it is 52 degrees. It was supposed to be 65 and sunny, but as usual they can't call the weather because things are in disarray. With me is my wife Tanya. Hi Tanya. She's got her sign. So it's a protest of two today. We're still in a World War situation. Our government does not recognize at all that we're in a dire situation, and that goes for Democrats and Republicans, obviously. There's no giant push to get climate change under control, and little do they know, or they don't want to know, is that we're on the edge of extinction the way we're going. We're headed for a 4 to 5 degree, maybe 7 degree increase Celsius in temperature if we don't get this under control, and humans cannot survive 2 degree increase. It's not so much the heat as it is the lack of food. So basically it comes down to a food situation. Yeah, you're going to drown. Yeah, people are going to go through famine and different things. But, you got drought, and then you got excess water, and all sorts of things can happen. But, without controlling this situation, we are in deep trouble. So in the last 3 weeks, we had the cyclone bomb in Colorado, which was the strongest storm ever in the history of Colorado. The governor of Nebraska has said that this is the worst flooding in the history of Nebraska. He's a Republican governor. Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and Malawi just went through a Category 2 hurricane, and it's flooded those entire countries and killed many people. And then you had Australia with 2 Category 4 hurricanes that hit simultaneously. So the whole Earth system is in total disarray right now. Let's see, the East Antarctic ice shelf is melting, which they thought that would be, hold on a second. They thought that would be stable forever, but it obviously is not. The West Antarctic shelf the Thwaites Glacier, I think it is in danger of crumbling and tumbling into the sea. Everyone thinks that Antarctica is a giant continent, and in reality it's 5 islands, with much of West Antarctica being below sea level, with the ice being anchored in the seabed, and much of the ice then is above 2 miles high. So it's a lot of potential water that could end up in the oceans. If the entire Greenland ice sheet and the Antarctic ice sheet, as well as the Himalayas, all melted, I think the sea levels would go up 280 feet. So what's good for us is that then we're only within 200 vertical feet of the ocean, so it makes a vacation a lot easier, right? The danger, what's going on is the jet stream is shredded. Today the wind's not blowing and things are very odd, as you can tell by the flag. We're in danger of a blue ocean event, whereas the Arctic now, the Arctic up in the north, there isn't any sea ice that's thicker than 4 feet thick. So this summer, it's very vulnerable to a blue ocean event, which doesn't mean much to most people, but what it can do is that it'll cause the jet stream to become even more in disarray, with extreme variations in climatic events, such as hurricanes or drought or just plain old downpours. So it all adds up to a climate emergency, and I don't know why nations aren't declaring it as yet, but I suspect this summer will bring many people on board. The United States is in total denial. Just locally, I see comments from people citing the Bible and God wouldn't allow this and all sorts of stuff. But, they kind of missed the science class. Maybe God is giving us warnings and telling us to hurry up and get to it. If you truly believe in God is in all events, then yeah, God is giving you a warning, telling you to get off your asses and get to it. You're destroying his kingdom. So there's your Bible verse for the day. We could easily start working our way out of this. I mean, it's almost a hopeless situation, but there are things we could do. California has a rule that all new houses have to have shingles on the roof. Germany is selling electricity to France now because 1/3 of their houses now have shingles on their roof. That would provide hundreds of thousands of jobs here. Right-wingers especially, because they tend to be the construction workers and they follow Fox Television and whatnot. So you think about it, this is an economic issue as well. You could work your way into a potentially good situation economically while doing a good thing for the earth, such as putting shingles on all the roof that are solar. There is the technology out there. And I'm not just saying shingles, there's solar panels too, but I'm more of a fan of the shingles because it's a win-win. Again, you can dig up your lawn. That's what we did. I mowed literally 5 times last year, and probably for a total of 20 minutes. Plant trees around your house, put pressure on your car companies to produce electric cars. However, the electric companies need to get off of natural gas as well as coal to produce their electricity. They could easily go solar, go wind, put windmills on top, or wind, whatever they are, on top of mountains, and to generate wind power. You need to get on your politicians' asses. They're basically the main reason why we have no chance of survival. They are taking money from the fossil fuel industry, or just basically have a dogmatic situation where they don't follow science and they're afraid to step out on their own. So if your politician, Democrat or Republican, is not uttering the words climate change every time they speak, they're not on your side. You will die. Your family will die. Your kids will die, and it's coming soon. So we need to get on this situation. You're betting basically, by denying climate change and also not doing anything about it, like being out here or talking to your friends or anything. You're betting your child's life and their future as to whether they will survive or not. And to me, it's not a good bet. It's a win-win to get on this thing. And if you don't, you're basically wagering that nothing will happen. So to me, it's not worth wagering your child's life. And literally within 10 years, all hell is broken loose. And whether we survive as a society is up for grabs. So next rally will be next Friday, hopefully 11 o'clock a.m. And that'll be April. And there's probably little excuse for people not to be out at that point because, the weather should be good around Pennsylvania and everything. As usual, no one in Gettysburg's turning out. And I know there are tons of retirees. There are college kids that have a vested interest in this. There are high school kids that could go on strike, even though they get in trouble for that. But there's no reason for college kids not to be out. The college is literally down the street here and over 3 blocks. So there's no reason for college kids not to be out. They should be populating this whole square all the time, constantly. They will not have a future if this continues on. That's Gettysburg College, Pennsylvania. Okay, I'm laying it right on them. All right, so get out, and then all the other college kids around the country as well. So see you all next Friday, 11 a.m. It'll be in April. All right.